Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Death battle, you fucking retards. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. This time it's a prediction video, I guess, kind of, not really, on the next death battle. And I don't even know what to say anymore at this point. Zuko versus Shoto from My Hero Academia. I'm not even going to rant about this because A, it's not worth the effort, and B, I've already done that in previous videos. But seriously, how many times am I going to have to explain why these same power matchups don't work? But oh no, a same power matchup isn't dumb enough for Death Battle. They have to double down by doing a same character matchup, or a mirror matchup as I like to call them. So not only are they doing a fire versus fire matchup, which went so well the last time with Natsu versus Ace. Oh wait, no, that was a total fucking train wreck. But Death Battle is doubling down by also having it be, well, they're basically the same character. If you go on the wiki page, apparently their reason for it is, two fiery characters that are scarred by their daddy issues. Really, Death Battle? That is just supremely fucking lazy, and I think it's just such a disingenuous way to look at these characters. Well, I don't know very much about the guy from My Hero Academia. I can tell you that I'm sick and tired of people just taking a look at Zuko's character and saying, oh, he's just a teenager with daddy issues. No, Zuko was a way more complex character than that. His Fallen Prince arc is one of the best written character arcs in the entire series of Avatar, yet so many people like to break him down to some kind of caricature. Oh, he's some kind of fallen prince who wants to regain his honor, or oh, he's some teen with daddy issues. Are you fucking serious, Death Battle? You're basically making this into a joke already. And the Death Battle hasn't even begun. But moreover, how many times am I going to have to explain why these same power matchups don't work? If you remember last Christmas, I made an episode in my Christmas special explaining why same power matchups don't work, especially when they're of the elemental variety. Like, it's bad enough I already have to explain to people like Fan War why matchups like Azula versus Cinder and Toph versus Terra are stupid, yet they do it anyway. And then I have to deal with Death Battle also doing it. What is it going to take for me to get across to you people that these matchups suck? They are lazy, uncreative, and oftentimes they are rarely ever interesting. Like, I've used this analogy several times before, but I guess I'll have to do it again. Pokemon taught us that you don't put Pokemon of the same type against each other for obvious reasons. You wouldn't take an electric type and throw it against another electric type. Why? Because odds are they're going to have some kind of ability, like absorbing the electric attacks to make itself stronger, or having a high resistance to said electricity attacks, making them basically fucking useless. The same applies for most other elemental types, such as fire, water, etc. So, why do you people, especially Death Battle, always think that these matchups are a good idea? Ice versus ice, water versus water, fire versus fire, they're such great ideas. Oh really? How'd that work out with Natsu versus Ace? Oh right, it's considered one of the worst death battles of all time. And if you don't want to take my word for it, I'll leave a link in the description and in my comment section to the list I made of the community worst death battles of all time, where the community voted for which they believe is the worst death battles, and guess what? Natsu versus Ace, pretty fucking high up there. And I guess Death Battle just never wants to learn their lesson. Either that, or at this point, they're just doing whatever shitty Death Battle is thrown their way at this point, because there's nothing interesting about this matchup. And from what little research I was able to do, because admittedly I haven't seen My Hero Academia, but I was still able to do a little bit of research anyway, and I found out that, like I always tell you, in order for these same power matchups to work, one has to have the ability to fuck over the other, and I guess Death Battle found a way, because apparently Shoto has the ability to manipulate air and ice somehow. So I guess that gives him a variety advantage, which Death Battle would most likely use against Zuko, because while Zuko is one of the most powerful firebenders, he did not learn anything such as lightning bending or lava bending. And no, I do not count that pile of fucking shit, Legend of Korra. So don't come in the comment section telling me, well, actually in Legend of Korra, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Fuck Legend of Korra. It's a piece of shit. It's nothing but a glorified retcon. And if Death Battle mentions Legend of Korra, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. But anyway, so the most Zuko has is, well, he can redirect lightning, but here's the thing. Shoto can't manipulate lightning, so he can't even utilize that ability to his advantage, so all Zuko has is his martial arts and his swords, if they decide to give those to him. But I feel like even that will go so far. And from the research I was able to do, it looks like Shoto's going to have the power advantage, because from what I was able to read, it claims that he's city block to town level. Now, I wasn't able to calculate any feats to confirm this, but I'll just give the stuff I read the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, he's probably town level. Well, if that's the case, Zuko is completely fucked because Zuko has no impressive power feats of any kind. He has some impressive speed feats, but that's about it. I mean, one of his best feats was being able to redirect lightning, which will give him the power advantage as he's a lightning timer, but that's about it. Many of the strongest benders in Avatar barely even clock at building level. I mean, the only exception to that is Aang, but that's because he's the fucking Avatar. So of course, he's going to be able to have more impressive feats on account of having things such as the Avatar state. Zuko has no such thing. The only power amp you could possibly give him is Sozin's Comet, which I doubt they're going to give him access to Sozin's Comet, so he can't even call upon any kind of amps or anything. Meanwhile, Shoto most likely will be able to, and that's how these matchups always work, as I've explained numerous times before with same power matchups. Unless there is a vast power disparity between the two characters, or some kind of ability that can fuck over the other character, these things usually end in stalemates because one cannot counter the other. Like I explained with Natsu versus Ace. The reason why they did that one was because they knew Natsu had the ability to fuck over Ace because he can eat fire. Chances are Shoto has some kind of ability that can fuck over Zuko. And that's likely how this is going to play out. I think the odds of Zuko winning are extremely low, because here's the thing with Avatar characters. Avatar characters are not well known for their power. As Seth explained in his Gar vs. Toph video, Avatar is not about the power of said characters, it never has been. It was always about the journey and characters. As a result, many Avatar characters are not that powerful. One of the strongest benders, possibly the strongest bender in the entire Avatar universe, is Katara, but that's only because she has a fuck-off hack ability known as blood bending. Take that away, and she doesn't really have all that much impressive stuff. I mean, yeah, she can create waves and whatnot, but power feats and all that are not very well known in the Avatar universe. Even Toph, the strongest earthbender of all time, her best feat was being able to hold up a large building. That's it. So, Zuko is already starting out at a huge disadvantage. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to explain this before Death Battle finally gets it through their thick head that these matchups don't fucking work. And again, I'm starting to feel like I'm in Groundhog Day, because every time I turn my head, if it's not Fan War, then it's Death Battle doing some kind of matchup like this. How many times do I have to explain this? Just because two characters have the same power or the same character, that doesn't mean it's a good matchup. There's far more that goes into making a good Death Battle matchup than just those factors. Yet people think the only thing that matters is connections. And just because you find that they have the same power or same characteristics or backstory, that doesn't automatically equal good connections. Because there's nothing interesting here for these two characters to play off of. When your only reason for doing this fight is, well, they literally both manipulate fire and have daddy issues, so have them fight over that. Yeah, I can only imagine how the storyline's gonna play out. Oh, also, shitty sprite animation, because Death Battle is as lazy as ever. Oh no, don't do something hand-drawn or something that might actually be good. No, do another shitty sprite animation, because Death Battle can't be bothered to put effort into anything, and they have to pump these shitty episodes out every 2 weeks. So, fuck it. I don't know. I'm kind of burned out at this point. What do you guys think of the next episode of Death Battle? Do you think it's going to be good? Or do you agree with me that it's another example of same power garbage, and it's just going to be another Natsu versus Ace or Thor versus Raiden. Let me know what you think, and sorry I haven't been able to get any reviews out, but like I said, Rooster Teeth has been being a massive dick and auto-blocking pretty much any death battle video I make. So odds are, if I continue these videos, I'm probably going to have to restructure the entire thing, or just have the videos be like this, where it's just an image and me talking over it, because anytime I try to do anything else, Rooster Teeth blocks my video. That's why I wasn't able to get a video out of Galaxia versus Beerus, because I can't show any footage from any of the death battle episodes, no matter what. Even if I heavily edit it, manipulate the audio, or even if I add commentary, they don't care, they'll block it. But let me know what you think of this, and I'll see you guys around next time.
Back again. Shady's back.